Chainlink, the linkening is upon us. In this video, I want to talk about why I bought a truck ton of Link coins recently. What was it that finally got me to say, yeah, I know what Chainlink is. I've been looking at Chainlink for a while. I understand the use cases, but like this, that makes me want to buy it. That changes the game in terms of looking at this cryptocurrency as a major investment that I think has, like 10 to 20x potential, of course, in the coming market cycle. Obviously, not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm doing with my money. What you do with your money, that's up to you. If you want to see a full risk statement on the risks of investing in cryptocurrencies, the link in the description. You'll also find a full disclosure there to all of my investments, whether it be cryptocurrencies, venture, startup stuff, stocks, whatever. It's all there so you can know what any conflicts of interest I may have. Obviously, I own truckloads of Chainlink. I just told you. But just so you know, I own tons of Chainlink, and I'm hoping that it's going to go to the moon. So that being said, let's talk about Chainlink. Old mate Chainlink. I've always liked Chainlink, even though I have not had it as a part of my portfolio. But now that has changed. And I know Chainlink, the oracle of oracles, the killer oracle of crypto, the one that's connecting everything to everything. I mean, Chainlink's pretty damn important piece of infrastructure when it comes down to the oracle game in the cryptocurrency market, connecting the world of blockchains. They've enabled a very, very large number here of total values, $8.5 trillion of total transaction value enabled. I mean, good job, Chainlink. Damn, son. That's a lot of value. So Chainlink's kind of been doing things for a while, and they got a lot of cool functionality, as we wrote about in the Wealth Mastery Report back in March. Some great examples of Chainlink's technology, right? Automating NFT giveaways at product launch. Some pretty cool stuff here in terms of the technology they're using, paying musicians based on their stream counts, using Google Analytics data to trigger on-chain logic, decentralized insurance based on weather data, cool stuff. And I've always thought, that's cool stuff. I like all that stuff, but it's not enough to make me want to go out and buy Chainlink. In spite of the fact that I recognize the importance of oracles, but none of it was enough to make me click the buy button. But this was CCIP, the future TCP/IP of finance. Another great report from the wealthmastery.io newsletter. Just gonna throw that out there real quick, but seriously, we're doing amazing work over there. Eric is one of our great writing team. He wrote this fantastic breakdown of Chainlink's CCIP. Come and read it on the website if you want. So, what is CCIP? Well, Chainlink is more than just an oracle. Let me just read this here. Chainlink is more than just an oracle. With a nice war chest of Link tokens, the Chainlink team has been continuously grinding out new projects. A big one that went live in closed beta in spring with Chainlink Functions. With it, Chainlink wants to connect decentralized blockchain applications to Web 2 applications, aka the new internet to the old internet. An example of Chainlink Functions use case would be to pay musicians based on the stream count, etc. And then we have CCIP. This is yet another example of Chainlink's goal to integrate the world of blockchain and the real world. So what are the use cases of this? Well, we have cross-chain tokenized assets. So this is going to allow for the transfer of tokens across blockchains without having to build your own bridge solution. Huge use case. Bridges have been one of the most dangerous and hackable pieces of technology in the entire cryptocurrency space. This is solving that problem. This is huge. Cross-chain collateral. Launch cross-chain lending apps that allow users to deposit collateral on one blockchain and borrow assets on another. I love that. I would love not having to wrap my Bitcoin and then move it over to my Ethereum wallet in order to take a loan. If I could just directly lock my Bitcoin and then get a loan versus that without having to transfer it into a different asset on a different blockchain, I would love that. You would too. Cross-chain NFTs. I know NFTs aren't hot right now, guys, but cross-chain NFTs is still a pretty damn cool idea. You can now mint an NFT on one blockchain and receive it on another chain. This is pretty cool stuff. Now, before we break down who Chainlink is working with this kind of stuff on. I mean, we're talking about real world assets tokenized on chain here. This is some really big implications. Imagine when they start doing this with stocks, bonds, deeds for real estate, tokenized real estate that can be divided up into 100 different pieces, all this kind of stuff, tokenized art, tokenized watches, whatever it might be. We're talking about bringing real world assets that can be transferred across blockchains. Very big stuff, and we're seeing big institutions get into this. And I want to discuss that with you, but just real quick, in case I haven't done enough to let you know about the Wealth Mastery newsletter already, let me just do one quick reminder here for you that we have a fantastic newsletter. It is called Wealth Mastery, and every single issue of it, free, by the way, read by 75,000 readers every single week. Every one of these issues is jam-packed full of value. We have altcoin alpha. We have the latest news happening in the crypto space, technical analysis, and airdrops, and much, much more. So sign up. There's a link below. Check it out. Stop missing out. So who the heck is Chainlink working with? Well, just some of the biggest financial institutions on the face of the planet. Casually. So they're working with Swift. Swift unlocks potential of tokenization with successful blockchain experiments. Pretty cool stuff. Sergey, the super nerdy dude who is the lead developer over at Chainlink, he said, with Swift, multiple leading market infrastructures and the largest major financial institutions now clearly seeing the value of tokenization. We are nearing an inflection point for blockchain adoption in capital markets, of which Chainlink is going to be the center of it all. Chainlink and CCIP are key infrastructure to enable this transition out of the proof of concept phase and into the production level usage for real value. 3 key use cases will be, according to the Chainlink dude, number 1, enabling secondary markets for tokenized assets across multiple institutional counterparties and banks by allowing easy asset movement across any blockchain, public or private, via CCIP. This means that even if a token is created on one chain, it can be brought from many chains. For example, facilitating delivery versus payment with stablecoin cash deposit tokens by performing transactions with the exchange of assets across blockchains. Second use case, synchronizing on-chain to off-chain systems by supporting communication between legacy infrastructure and blockchains, greatly reducing the integration burden for large pools of capital by enabling existing institutions to interact with assets on any blockchain. Number 3, creating a golden record that is updated by various Chainlink services, easily moved across multiple chains into multiple markets, consistently updated as it moves across those chains. For example, a real-world asset gold coin, so 1 ounce of gold, tracking it, using proof of reserves to prove the holding, and it has identity attached to it to allow large institutions and pools of capital to purchase it in line with their existing legal requirements. You have to remember, a lot of big institutional players, they can't even get very involved in the crypto space because they have all these legal restrictions that are preventing them from doing that. But Chainlink lets them be compliant. Finally, transferring it across multiple blockchains using CCIP and keeping its characteristics updated throughout. These use cases will help financial institutions create large multi-trillion-dollar global and on-chain markets while also gaining the large operational efficiencies of blockchain technology. It's now clearer than ever. The next frontier of finance is on-chain, and Chainlink is the gateway. Obviously, he is biased because he is the Chainlink dude. He's Sergey, right? But this is a very, very real deal right here. We are seeing some of the biggest institutions in the world looking at on-chain tokenization because the current system for moving, whether it be bonds or equities or paperized real estate, whatever it might be, from person A to person B is super convoluted. There's lots of middlemen charging lots of fees. There's clearing houses and things can take days. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous system we have right now. It is a system that is massively ready for huge disruption thanks to a better technological solution like Web3 technologies, blockchain technology, and of course the piece of middleware that is going to connect all this, Chainlink. As Chainlink God over here on X says, cross-chain tokenized assets settlement is such an insanely valuable use case enabled by CCIP that I'm surprised that the largest institutions in the world see it, but most crypto natives do not. Every institution is going to be eventually connected to a different semi-overlapping collection of public and private blockchains where they hold their tokenized assets. But they will still all want to be able to trade their tokenized assets with each other to get access to the most liquidity. It's pretty damn interesting. Oh, what's this? Chainlink is working with the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, a name you've probably never heard, a name I never heard before this partnership happened. Who are they? Well, they're the world's largest securities settlement system, processing 2+ quadrillion, a number so big it's hard to even comprehend, annually. They are exploring Chainlink to unlock tokenized asset interoperability. I mean, I feel like that's kind of a big deal. Maybe I'm overly biased because I have a big fat bag of Chainlink now, but that's pretty interesting, isn't it? That's pretty interesting. I mean, these guys, one of these big organizations that nobody really knows who the heck these guys are, but these guys have been in the middle of a lot of value moving between institutions in the real asset world, in the equity world. And they're going to work with Chainlink to bring all that value on chain. By 2030, I think we're going to see a huge percentage of total value moving across public blockchains. And there's Chainlink right at the middle of it all. As Sergey points out as well, Australia and New Zealand Banking Group, one of the world's largest global banks, over $1 trillion in total assets under management, kind of a big deal. Demonstrating the use of CCIP for secure cross-chain stablecoin transactions, the role of Chainlink and CCIP as a standard for interbank transactions for stablecoins and tokenized real assets becoming a reality. Now, this was a very interesting thing. ANZ Banking Group was one of the first to hop on with CCIP, and they were doing swaps between different stablecoins, different forex stablecoins, Australian dollars, Singapore dollars, New Zealand dollars, US dollars, and that's super, super interesting because right now, global forex markets are a mess. They're super inefficient. And global foreign transactions, total freaking mess. Total mess. I mean, have you ever tried to send an international transfer? It takes days. There's like some hit and run bank in the middle that charges you an extra $10 fee. You didn't even know what was going to happen. It's totally non-transparent. It's totally inefficient. The whole thing's ridiculous. Banks like this understand that. They want to make things more efficient. They want to make money move faster. And they're working with Chainlink to try and make that happen. Then there's other stuff too. It's cross-chain game. All right, cross-chain gaming, that's great. That's fun too. Nothing like, of course, the other use cases here, big financial use cases, but still pretty cool. And then, of course, we have Chainlink staking coming up pretty soon. I mean, I'm going to try to stake my Chainlink coins. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stake my Chainlink coins. I think the demand's going to be pretty high. People who are already staking are going to get sort of first access to that. So I hope I can stake my Chainlink coins, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Certainly, if you want to stake your Chainlink coins when the time comes, be right at the front of the queue because it'll probably fill up pretty gosh darn fast. But that, again, should bring more interest into Chainlink in of itself because people love staking. People love earning staking rewards, especially on an asset that has all of these potential bullish catalysts lining up for. But anyway, let me know what you think about Chainlink down below in the comment section. Am I not seeing the forest from the trees here because I've bought myself a big fat bag of Chainlink? Is there something I'm not paying attention to that actually I'm crazy and I'm totally off base here? Or do you think, actually, that's pretty interesting, Lark? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.